Longtime Northern State basketball coach Don Meyer passed away Sunday in Aberdeen. His passing from complications of cancer made national news headlines, as did his status as one of the winningest coaches in the history of college athletics. We pause tonight to remember the life and the legacy of a man whose example of excellence places him in the pantheon of history and achievement for an entire state.
In February 2010, Northern State basketball coach Don Meyer coached his final game, leaving the profession as the winningest college basketball coach in history.
You're your own worst critic and your own best expert. Nobody knows more about what you want to do than you do.
Even 4 years after a tearful goodbye, he remains number 6 on that list of all-time wins. More victories than icons like Bobby Knight, Dean Smith, Adolph Rupp, and Jim Calhoun. But despite the tribute and applause, Meyer's legacy to those who knew him best was one of humility, decency, hard work, and respect. Sioux Falls sportscaster Mike Henriksen covered Meyer for more than a dozen years.
Well, one of the things is you knew that the end was coming, and you certainly don't want that to linger, but at the same time, doesn't make the loss any harder.
In 2008, doctors discovered the disease that would take his life. Liver and intestinal cancer that was only found after he survived a head-on collision with a semi, after drifting across the center line while driving on a team trip. A series of events that brought as much national attention as his career on the court, with ESPN honoring Meyer with the Jimmy Valvano Award for perseverance.
We've got to learn that Jesus meant to love everyone, not just the convenient one.
Coach Meyer was such a wonderful person, and he had such an effect on people across the country and literally around the world.
This past Sunday, Don Meyer succumbed to cancer at age 69. Across social media, an outpouring of affection and admiration.
When you see social media and see the reactions from places that you have never heard of, but Coach Meyer had an influence there.
Remembering a man who became a South Dakota treasure, reached the pinnacle of college coaching excellence, but shunned the spotlight of Division I sports, and always remained an example of humble leadership and the power of an extraordinary faith.
Because I really don't care what it's going to be like in heaven. I just want to get there. I think when I get to heaven, God's going to hand me a glove and a baseball and say, you're going 9 innings and you're not getting any relief, so get out there and do your job.
A member of the South Dakota and College Basketball Halls of Fame, Don Meyer's memorial service is expected to draw some of the legendary names among his colleagues in the college game. His record for career wins was only surpassed in 2011 by Mike Krzyzewski of Duke University.